Hi guys, how are you? This is Pano. Today I have a video, different little bit from the previous ones. I want to talk about axes, and I bought a new axe, and we're gonna lead to my thinking of why I bought that axe. So let's get quickly into the video. I'll bring my box of axes here. I don't have many axes like some people have a collection of axes, but or like I have how my knife collection is. So my first axe, good axe that I bought, forget the ones I didn't, is this one. This is the Gränsfors Bruk large forest axe, and I use this thing a lot. I just the other day I was servicing the axes before I make this video, so that took like six coats of linseed oil. This is how the edge looks. It's got a little bit of rust. So after I bought this axe, and you see a little bit here, it was drying up a lot. So after I bought this axe, I was very happy with it. It's the good size, ideal size for me. I can use it with one hand. I'm gonna demonstrate, of course. It's not gonna be just a video talking. I use it with one hand. Chopped big animals with it. If you can get it with your knife when you're tired and you just want it done, you can't find the angle of the animal is sitting sometimes. If you have a big animal, to get to dislocate the joints in the woods, axe works good. That's why you see some of the teeth. This is from bone. Hammer, 10 steaks and everything. I was happy. And this is a recent thing that, well, not recent, I think he gave it to me in the summer. Randy makes the best sheaths, not only for knives, but for axes. Beautiful quality, the stitching, the welt he has, the thickness. Great quality product. Best I've seen. Fits the axe perfectly. Okay. So after that axe, a few years after that, I bought this one. This is the Hunter's model, small forest axe, but I didn't like this idea to skin animal and hit it. It doesn't work. I tried it, believe me. It doesn't work good. You could do it, yeah. I can also pull it. I process animals with this axe. The edge is the only axe that I have the edge being sharp, as they say, like a knife. I don't want to have this axe that sharp. And it's because of the angle as it goes down. When your hand fits there, you really have nice control to do some feather sticks and stuff, right? I'll show you here. You can make fluff very easy with this axe and feather sticks. That would ignite with the ferro rod. Okay, you don't want to see big ones. You want to see that. So I like it. I was happy with it. So this is the one I would carry, but I don't really need an axe because I'm not gonna take big trees down with this, right? When, let's say you're hunting and you need a fire, you're just gonna process 2 to 4 inch max. 4 inches, no. 1.5 to 3 inches maximum of thickness of little wood to start your fire, make your lunch, make a coffee, warm up a bit. Because you don't want to be there for hours when you're hunting, okay? Now, when I was camping, I will get to this one again because it's bigger. I can take bigger, can use it with both hands. I can use it with both hands very comfortably. It's a proper two-hand axe. And it's not that heavy, still fits on the pack. Still has some weight on it. It's a pretty good axe. A lot of details and lots of information on those two axes online. Okay, I'm not gonna get into the axe book and the boring stuff they talk about the axes. I'm just telling you how they work. So this is very nice also. One hand, you can swing with two hands to have the strength, but you're not gonna use so much of the proper axe techniques. It would work. It would do a lot of things. It could be used as a small hatchet. Small hatchet, I have this one. It's a care saw. It's metal. I want it metal because I don't like beating on my knives except when I'm when I'm testing them, which I'm not really doing testing anymore. So when I'm in the woods, at the least minimum axe I'm gonna have is this little guy. That's gonna fit in my pack. It's metal. I can beat it. I beat it very hard, and nothing happens to it. And it's got a nice thin edge. See, it's a very thin axe. This I might make it sharp, but not as sharp as a knife. Okay, there's no purpose of a striking tool to be as sharp as a knife. So then, I'll show you a very special axe for me. This is a double bit axe. It's old. My buddy Brad gave it to me. There's no markings of what brand it is, who made it, but I know it's very old. It's a very old axe. And I'll show you something very special with it. You see, this end is flat, right? This is your cutting edge. And this one, see how it's on an angle? I don't know if it comes up on the camera, but it's on an angle. And this works good when you're chopping, when you're splitting. Because it's on an angle, it's gonna split, it's gonna make the wood split, because it's gonna go in straight here. See that? And then when it gets to the business part of the axe, the wedge part, it's twisted, so it's gonna split it. So for the weight of this axe, it splits very good. And of course, it's more blunt here. I don't know what it is. That's a very old axe. So it's that old, and I like it so much that I don't use it. And I have a straight handle with it, because back then when I was using it for work, like I was cutting trees down, when I went to the hardware store, they didn't have a double bit handle, so I bought a normal handle. I was like 22, 23 years old when Brad gave me that axe, and I put that handle real quick in the woods, and I kept using it, and I've used it maybe another year after that. And then I realized how valuable this axe is for me. So I just put it away and never used it. It's shiny because I sprayed it with clear. I put a clear coat on it so it doesn't rust. So I just have it laying. One day project will be, I'm gonna put a handle on it. A nice US hickory handle. So since this was out of the picture, I had another American felling axe. That axe, one thing you don't lend is axes and chainsaws. I would never lend anybody my chainsaws, because if you don't own a chainsaw, that means you're not good, you don't know how to use it. And I took a lot of effort and time, a lot of swearing to learn how to use a chainsaw. I was using it professionally. So I had also axes to combine with your chainsaw to drive in your wedges. You're not gonna split wood when you're removing trees on people's homes or people's yards. or properties, you're just gonna cut it. So you need an axe to drive in wedges. If your axe ever gets in trouble, the least of your problems when your chain jams is that your chain jam. We're in the tree industry and you're removing trees and you're with a whole bunch of guys that are professionals on the chainsaw and you jam your chain, it's embarrassing. That's the least, you never want to do that. So you work on your wedges, you put your plastic wedges in and you keep cutting all day, all day. Steel chainsaws are the best by far. The only chainsaws you can run all day, just tank after tank. As long as you can take it, they can take it. And when I was younger, I could be on the chainsaw 12 hours a day. Also, that's why I wanted good axes. So I lost my American felling axe. And I was trying to get one. So I was like, what axe should I get? So I looked around, I checked American axes, console tool and everything. And it was a very hard decision for me to make what to order, because I'm very particular with tools, as you've seen, with axes, knives. I checked reviews and I seen some review. Most of the people that talked about the console tool, the American axe, American felling axe, they were complaining that the handle gets loose. I'm like, no, that would drive me insane. Even the one I hang there myself, in the bush, real quick, I carved it with my knife and I drove the wedges in. It didn't have any problem. It's not wiggling. I could not pay $250, $300 for an axe that's gonna be moving the handle. No, there's no way. So I was thinking, the handle never moved. Even that one that I just kept outside or kept in my vehicle and I left out just in the cold, and now I have linseed oil. I didn't even take care of it properly. It never moved. The head is there. It doesn't move. And I swing it hard. I swing it very hard when it was underpowered to get the job done. I never had problems. So I went back to Gränsfors Bruk. And I got the American felling axe, which I'm gonna try. Now I put another coat of linseed oil besides how it came. And that axe feels great to me. And of course I got the straight handle because I'm not gonna fell trees with this. Okay, I got chainsaws, I have saws. I'm gonna use it to drive wedges in. And slightly cut some 6 to 8 inches trees, nothing big. And up here we don't have big trees because it's so cold. Trees don't grow big. So for me this one, it's a perfect axe. And it feels great, it looks great. Now they don't even have a middle wedge anymore. They master putting the wood wedge in so well. I see a little gap here at the front. We'll see how it's gonna work. But it's glued in, the head is glued in. And I think the way they do the handles that they never have problems with is it wedges outside. It comes up on the top and it's bigger on the top. So the head, it's not only jammed on the bottom, it's also jammed on the top. The way I see this axe now, the only thing wrong with it is it doesn't have the proper axe mask like this one. So I'm gonna get some measurements in, send them to Randy, see what Randy's gonna come up, and then I'm gonna show you guys again. I'm gonna show you again the axe with a nicer mask. When we go into American axes now, it's not that the Americans cannot put the proper handle. Like I said, maybe most of the reviews, they're like, yeah, I like this axe, it's good, but I didn't even see any professional really using it. But I have an American axe, this one, and I want to show you what I did with this. See, USA. Who knows what this axe is? I have it so long So when I serviced the other ones, I brought this and I serviced it. I put a metal collar on it and I tacked the collar here because I don't want to be rattling. But I formed it exactly to the wood, you see? With the body hammer, I formed it exactly. I took my time, clamped it, and with the body hammer, made the angles, hold it, because I'm fabricating cars, right? So this is easy stuff for me. So I left the back here open, so I could put linseed oil in to this area of the handle, also to the top, and here where my collar marries the wood. I didn't want it to be sharp in case I'm not wearing gloves and I don't want to be cutting my skin all the time. So besides that, I grind this collar here. I put some glue around. If you see, put some glue all around this, and I sanded the glue, and this now is solid in there. It's not gonna ruin my wood when you split. It's not gonna ruin my wood handle, because when you split wood, you have the stranglers, I call them, right? The wood split, but you have some sharp pieces of wood, especially now when it's cold like that. The wood is so hard, so that will mark my handle through the years, and I have this for so many years, and this is still intact. It's not as grippy as it was, but it's still grippy. And now it has a nice fresh coat of linseed oil, like the other ones do. Head hasn't moved, and I never taken care of these axes. These are like workhorses. They're just here to split wood all the time. When you buy an axe like this, you're gonna have to make your own bevel, convex, of course, and saves you a lot of money from buying another axe. Those Gränsfors Bruks, they were like, talking about Canadian, came to my door for about 300 Canadian. Came to my door. Now this one, I have it so long, I don't know how many years I have this axe, and I don't know how much I paid for it. But I guarantee you, back then I didn't have 250 or whatever those splitting molds are. So I probably bought this for about $100, $80. And I've been using it since then for about 20 plus years now. Yeah, I am that old, and I've been using these tools for that long. I also have a splitting maul, proper splitting maul, which is, again, left outside somewhere. And the property, I gotta go find it. And yeah, this is how these tools live. They live outside most of the time, and all my axes, because I'm outside camping for 2-3 days sometimes. And see now this one, this is a shovel. This drives me nuts, so I'm gonna have to do something with that, because it wasn't moving in the winter. Now in the summer, now it's winter, so I'm gonna have to fix that. And I also want to profile this better. That's the Russian whatever Spetsnaz axe shovel. So anyway, these are pretty quick information about axes. I'm gonna post little segments on the next video of when I use the falling axe and see how it's gonna split wood. And then maybe later on we're gonna go chop some trees down with it. Show you the techniques I use, cutting wood with an axe and splitting wood with an axe. So thank you guys for watching. See you guys next time.